Hey guys, welcome to the Love of Books, Movies, and Happiness. My name's April, and today we're doing a review on The Mirror, Book 2 of the Lost Brides trilogy by Nora Roberts. For those of you who maybe it's been a while since you've read Book 1, which is Inheritance, or you just need a refresher, feel free to go back and check out my review of Inheritance before continuing this one. Alright, guys, so in Book 2, The Mirror, Book 1 ended on a cliffhanger. Book 2 kind of picks up right from that point. But Book 2 is more of kind of gives us a deeper look into the mystery. So, what I really like about this book is that it's not your typical fantasy story where you get the story scene set, and then in Book 2 everything builds up. Then by 3 it's this big giant finish. Not that that's not happening, but it's happening at a slower pace. So, Book 2, we follow Sonia and Cleo and Trey and Owen essentially as they live their lives at the manor. You know, Sonia and Trey are developing their relationship. It's taking its normal route. Cleo and Owen are developing a relationship, which is kind of nice to see the flirtation from Book 1 develop into the beginning of something. You know, Cleo is finishing her mermaid book and starting other projects. Owen has started her boat for her that they agreed on. And then Sonia, she's preparing for her big presentation, you know, trying to get writer sports for her company, while Trey is just doing his lawyer thing and unfortunately dealing with complications from a case. But mixed in with all of this is the ghost and the manor. And The Mirror, the book, does a really good job of blending everyday life with the ghost. So the story in The Mirror is more designed to help us get to know the ghost better. We follow Sonia as she lives her every day, but throughout the time that she's living her life and interacting with Cleo and Trey and everyone else, the mirror keeps appearing in different locations. Whether it's up in that room or it's out in the woods, just in random locations. And every time it does, she's pulled into it, usually by herself. Once or twice with the others, but usually by herself. And every time she's pulled into it, we get another look at one of the brides. You know, we get to see more of their feelings and emotions. We get to see their wedding days. We also get to see her grandma. You know, she gets Clover, who she never got to know. She gets to kind of see almost like Clover's giving her memories to show her just who they were. You know, she uses the mirror to help her get answers, but it's also leading to answers. The whole point of the story is that the mirror keeps appearing and Sonia keeps going through it. But there is a lot that happens within this book. You know, you get the building up to the presentation for writer sports. You also have some stuff that happens with Trey's client for a divorce case. In Book 1, the very end, there was an issue where he couldn't make it to the manor right away because his client ended up in the hospital. Well, in Book 2, that kind of continues over, and we find out more about that situation. But you also get to see Sonya and Trey kind of open up to each other and understand how to work with each other better. We get to watch as their relationship develops and blooms at a normal, healthy pace. And plus side, Cleo and Owen end up hooking up. There was a flirtation in book one that continues into book two. And throughout book two, we get to watch as those two decide if they're going to accept the attraction or not. While they still learn how to work with one another. They are essentially creating one big happy family within the manor, and they're learning how to coexist with the paranormal and with the ghost of the manor. Of course, Dobbs, the witch, is still there, and we definitely see more of an interaction from her. It does turn into a lot more. She makes herself known. As soon as she realizes throughout the mirror that someone is going through time through the mirror to look at stuff, she starts to make herself known. But we get a look at how she cursed the manor to begin with. And, hopefully we can start to see some answers. One thing book two does not do is start to solve the riddle at all. They know that Sonya needs to get the rings before Dobbs does, or get the rings back. But she's not entirely sure how to do that. And book two does not start that process. Instead, book two is more just making sure we know who everyone is and finding the answers more than anything. It's still a really great book. There's a lot of good scenes in it, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I love how the relationship between Sonya and Trey is allowed to take its natural course. Instead of it being rushed and, we just met, but now we're thrown into all this big thing and now we're together. Instead, it is that nice, slow build. That normal, everyday interaction, the going on dates, the getting to know one another. I love that. It's the story's there, the ghosts are there, but it's like not the complete focus. And the romance actually makes sense. So if you're looking for a traditional romance style book with paranormal and a mystery to it, this is the trilogy for you so far. We still don't have answers on the rings, but we're getting to know the ghost better and the brides, and we're starting to understand how everything occurred. So hopefully, in the next book, she can get those 7 rings and we can find out what happens when the curse is lifted. Alright, guys. If you're enjoying the Lost Brides trilogy so far, or there's something you were expecting in book 2 that wasn't there, let me know. I'm happy to talk about books anytime, any day. And as always, check out my other book reviews and let me know if you come across a book that you enjoy that I haven't read yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a review on it. Till next time, guys. Keep reading.